Hey guys, I'm Racing Chewy Side, and I got a video for you guys. And yes, I'm back, finally, after taking some time off. Decided to get back on here, start uploading videos because I've been busy with NX Racing Gale Force and doing their track guide series, but I will return to mine. I will say that on a more consistent basis every Tuesday, like I have done in the past with me, doing everything I always have. I'm still going to work with them guys too, but I'm just saying on my particular channel, I'm just going to do that. So what you're seeing on screen is dirt as I go 4 wide and get put in the fence there. And yes, I said dirt because iRacing has finally given us what we've all been waiting for, and I will say it's one of the best things they've ever done on the service. Not just because of dirt itself, but everything was smooth. You know, the release was not too congested, and everything went smoothly with no hitches, no hiccups. I mean, but yeah, I'm racing the late model, which, okay, I'll just say this. Dirt, there's 4 tracks. 3 tracks you can buy, which you see here. Eldora is what I bought. You have Volusia Speedway, Williams Grove, and USA, which is a free track, and it basically the same as the asphalt version, just dirt covered. You also get 2 free dirt cars, which is the Legends and Street Stock. And you get the 2 cars that I'm currently showing you right now is the late model and sprint car. Now each of these come with 3 versions. They all for the price of 1. So if you want to buy the late model, you get 3 classes of late model. You want to buy the sprints, you get the 3 classes of sprints. Now for the late models, you have limited, which I believe is, I don't know, crate. And then you have what you're seeing on screen, which is the Pro late model, which I believe is the 602, 604, somewhere in that area, in terms of horsepower, I should say. And then you have your super lates, which are the fastest of the late models, and those are the full-on 900 horsepower. Anyways, we're coming to a caution here because of those 2 guys that wrecked, so we're going to go ahead and skip that.
Why are you back?
So we're driving the Pro late. This is a really fun series, by the way. You know, it's not too powerful a car, it's not too slow, perfect. I don't know why, but you can get sideways, you can see all the multiple lines we're running, how much times that we're beating and banging. This thing is, you know, it's just intense racing. But I have noticed one issue with the car. If you touch the wall in just the right way, you will destroy your right front wheel. But me, I've hit like every car in the field on accident. And you'll see when that damage comes up eventually here in this run. It was just horrible. Everybody got damaged. Car was all beat to all hell.
I mean, you hit everything on the track so far.
I don't know. I will say this, once you get damaged, it does affect the car. And unfortunately for me, I got damaged on lap 1 with the right front, you know, fender being shoved in, which you don't think it'll do anything on a dirt track, but it does. You can feel it. It makes your car a little pushy, you know, tight. It doesn't want to turn as good as it did, which means you gotta force it to, but then it starts to turn, and I got damage on the right rear, which is where all your grip is at, you know, through the corner when you're sideways, because that's where the air is hitting that big old plane, you know, panel. Well, I damaged that, and the car became really, really unstable, you know, under somebody, and it just made this race really tough for me. And, you know, I'm fast enough to compete with them guys up there, but it's just, once you damage the car, it makes it really difficult. And I could have fixed him, I just kind of missed pit road and didn't want to give up a track position, but you can see it's a blast. And you can see it, we're all running different lines. I'm able to hold this guy off on the outside for a little bit at least until he finally gets past me, because I hit the wall like that. But man, you can see the beating these cars take. Real fun. And I will say this, it's not as hard as everybody thinks it was gonna be, you know, as this guy performs a slide job and I do a crossover and we go 3 wide. Besides that, it's really not that difficult to get the hang of this, since it's so much more natural to slide a car. Let's say it's much more natural to slide a car on dirt than it is to asphalt, you know. Asphalt, everything heats up and it's all twitchy and it's not right, but here on dirt, it's all smooth. Everything's awesome. Their dynamic tracks work perfectly. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in a race, the more laps you run, say if everybody runs the middle, that line eventually is going to become slick and useless, for the fact is the dirt's getting packed. your rubber's building up, which was not combined very well with dirt tires. It's just, I can't explain it. It's it just starts to get real slick. So once you see it start to develop a black patch and look shiny, even though it might be moisture, but it's not, look for a different line because it's just going to be slick, either right next to the wall or on the bottom. Either line will work, and we've had dynamic tracks on oval for a while, but it's never worked to the extent that it has on, dirt. Dirt has finally improved everything, and hopefully iRacing will start to add things learned from here and put it to the NASCAR side of things with the, ovals on asphalt. Hopefully. You see me pull a tear off there, that's another cool thing, and I don't know. You'll probably see a sprint car race here eventually on this channel, because they're pretty fun too. So I get dead sideways there, and this is where carnage all starts to happen. It gets crazy, and you can see I hit the guy really hard, and I tried to avoid him. It's just, you can't stop in these things. When you're sideways and hit the brakes, it wants to pitch you more sideways, and you're on dirt, so it's just gonna... Basically, it's like snow. When you try to stop hard on snow, it'll do that. So yeah, that was the explanation there. But this was a really fun race, and if you're looking at, getting into it, go ahead, because it's real fun. And I say this is one of the cars to get, because it's not that difficult of a car compared to, and I will say this, the street stock is actually kind of tricky to get used to, just for the fact is it's real heavy and slow and weird. Another thing I forgot to mention, the trucks too are on here. Like you see on NASCAR, it's just really hard to drive those. And I will say Sprint's probably the easier one to a limit, It's not easy by any means, but it's not overly difficult.
What was that on that restart?
But I just like this. It's pretty fun. Like all the multiple lines and everything that comes with dirt. It's just a really good experience. So yeah, check it out. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy Side.